Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about that P, the punctuation part of reading fluently. It's very important when you see a punctuation mark in a story that you're reading that you pay attention to those signs and your voice should respond to what you see. So the first punctuation mark you see is the exclamation point. And when you see that, you know that either you have to have excitement or you're showing anger or something with a lot of energy behind it. So, for example, if the words in my book said, there's a storm coming with an exclamation mark, I would say it like this: there's a storm coming. Okay. And I'd put a lot of energy behind it because that's what that exclamation point is telling me to do. The next one is the period, and the period's just like a stop sign in the road. You need to stop and take a good pause before you go on to the next sentence. So if the sentence says, the girl walked to the end of the street, I would read it just as that. The girl walked to the end of the street. Pause, and then go on to the next sentence. Finally, after the period, we see the question mark. And obviously, a question mark is there because a question is being asked. So when you are asking that question and you see that mark at the end of the sentence, you need to show or sound like you're asking a question. Your voice sometimes will go up a little bit when you're asking a question. So maybe if the question was, where did everyone go? You would say, where did everyone go? Okay. And you're asking because you're waiting for a response. So your voice should sound as if you're waiting for that response. The next one is called the comma. The comma is kind of like a period in that you need to pause, but it's a quicker pause. So for example, if you're listing places that you like to go, I like to go to the beach, the park, and the woods. In between each one of those things that I was listing, I took a quick breath. And we also now have the quotation marks, which quotation marks are called talk marks. It means the character is saying or thinking something. So when you see quotation marks, you want to sound like that character, either in what they're saying or what they're thinking. So if I am talking and there's a 3-year-old girl in the story making those sentences be said, then I need to sound like a 3-year-old girl when I say them. Okay. Whereas if I am a grumpy old man, I need to sound like a grumpy old man when I'm saying my words. So just remember to pretend that you are the character when you see those quotation marks, because it really is them who is doing the talking or the thinking. So the most important thing to remember, boys and girls, is that we read like we speak. It should sound natural. We are not robots, so we shouldn't sound like robots.